Day 2 of the Overwatch League preseason featured an epic 5-map slugfest between the LA Gladiators and the London Spitfire. The Gladiators drew first blood with a hot Junkertown performance, so going into map 2, Horizon Lunar Colony, the London Spitfire cooled them down with a frosty pocket pick, May.
Watch this!
Point A goes the way of LA, but the May pick ends up being the key for London to shut them down on point B, 5 pushes in a row.
Traveling to Horizon Lunar Colony.
Push 1. Big Goose drops the beat and Hydration jumps on Hagopun, forcing a defensive trance. Meanwhile, LA still group near the top choke, a perfect spot for a May Blizzard. So while the LA Divers are busy, Rascal flanks them, drops his ult, and prevents the rest of LA from following up. With Big Goose chasing Hagopun, London don't have to worry about a Lucio booping their team away from the fight. Rascal even blocks the escape with an ice wall, so all LA can do is watch as Rascal makes popsicles out of all of them.
Anyone want a popsicle?
Push 2. LA make a switch, Lucio for Ana. The goal? Combo Nano Boost with Tac Visor or Dragon Blade. It's a risky pick into 3 London Divers because Ana can't heal as well as Lucio. Gladiators again push the top side, but Rascal walls them off as they try to move in. There's not much LA can do until it melts, so they're stuck waiting while London set up a flank. Once the wall melts, LA push in, just as London's flankers hit their backline. The chaos leaves LA scattered. Trying to salvage the fight, Hydration draws his Dragon Blade, but Rascal stops him with a perfectly timed ice wall right before he can jump the London squishies. Like seriously, rewind that. Look how perfect that timing was. Forced to reposition without his dash, Hydration gets cleaned up by Fissure, and London mops up the rest of the LA team. Spitfire also traded 2 LA ults for just one of theirs, holding onto their Blizzard for the next push. Push 3. Another LA swap. This time, Genji for Hog. Again, a topside push. On approach, Rascal drops an ice wall that splits the Gladiators, resulting in Bishu's ult and early death, a crucial kill that will cost LA later in the fight. Rascal tries to follow up with the Blizzard, but the Gladiators back up just in time. Afterwards, LA kill Hagopun and Birdwing back-to-back for the 5v4. With the advantage, they engage with the Nano Visor but get jumped by Fury and Fissure. Fissure gets nailed by a sleep dart, but not before he can drop his bubble. This bought Nuz enough space to fly in to double res his teammates, immediately swinging the advantage back to London. The bubble also forced Surefour to reposition with his Tac Visor, giving Fury a window to shove him away before he can finish the monkey. This scatter spells disaster for the Gladiators, and they're again cleaned up by London. If Rascal hadn't killed Bishu at the top of the fight, Bishu would have been able to zone London's Divers with his defense matrix and boosters, or even use his ult to counter-engage. But due to the early pick and the Gladiators' call to run a comp without a mercy, the fight's over as soon as Spitfire double res and scatter the Gladiators. Push 4. This fight actually starts off a bit scary for London. Rascal's holding the top cut when he gets sniped by a sleep dart and a Roadhog hook. But even with the CC chain, Rascal still survives with Cryo Freeze. As the Gladiators move in, Birdwing goes for yet another flank. Once Rascal wakes up, he throws up an ice wall to split the LA team in 2 and gets away. LA are stuck. Without their backline, the front line can't fully commit. And without the front line, Birdwing has a much clearer shot at the squishy backline. Birdwing opens fire as the ice wall collapses, and the following team fight is a chaotic one. Birdwing gets stopped by Hydration, but Fury finds the kill on LA's only DPS, Surefour. The fight probably would have ended right there, but LA spot Hagopun overextending, so they jump back in to pinch him and draw his ult. Following London's trance, LA engage with their own, plus the whole hog. But, remember May? Still alive. With the LA players in the lower choke, it's another perfect spot for Rascal to drop his Blizzard and shut the fight down. As he lays there snoozing, he gets to watch his teammates smash the frozen Gladiators to pieces for the 4th team fight in a row.
Amazing!
Now time's running low, and the Gladiators' ult economy's in bad shape. Especially since Bishu just randomly chucked his ult at the end. With the round almost over, they make some last-second changes for their final push. With the Reaper and Lucio now in the mix, Gladiators hit the points hard. After dodging Fury's self-destruct up top, LA jumped straight on point for the fight and managed to kill 4 London players. In response, Nuz balks and resurrects both Hagopun and Fissure, but Hagopun dies as soon as he comes back up, with Nuz dying shortly after. Fissure survives with this primal rage and hops away from the point, knowing LA can't chase him. This is key. At this point, London only have 3 players alive, but they stall perfectly to buy just enough time for the respawns. Still primal, Fissure circles around and jumps back onto the point, with Fury and Birdring darting in and out of the fight just to keep the points contested. This stall buys Rascal just enough time to run out and throw out his Blizzard before cryo-freezing on point. Hydration kills Rascal as he unfreezes, but it's too late. Thanks to the Blizzard, Hagopun, now back from spawn, was able to finish earning his ult. He trances straight into the fight to keep his team alive, and Birdring finds the kill on Shaz, LA's only remaining support. With both LA supports down and London spawning just meters away, the Gladiators get shut down for the 5th time in a row and fail to capture all of Point B. Make no mistake, these defensive holds were the result of excellent teamwork by all players on the London Spitfire. But it still begs the question, was Rascal's May the factor that ultimately earned London the map win? Just maybe.
For more Overwatch interviews and analysis, subscribe to our channel. You can also find stats, discussions, and more on our website and mobile app at blitzesports.com.